Welcome back, Jamaica. I know you're not sorry, and I'm going deeper tonight with the situation with Babsy and Carencia. Don't go anywhere. But today, it was an interesting day in the courts of Jamaica. It was an interesting day. I'm asking you to like up the live as we go in. The Jamaica Court of Appeal today dismissed Prime Minister Andrew Holness's challenge to the Supreme Court, ruling in his case against the Integrity Commission, and lifted the stay, blocking the underlying judicial review. So you see, Holness got a stay like what Wheatley got. But when it is to come, Jamaica, what you think is to be done? So what does this mean? Tonight, Jamaica, I'm joined by one of Jamaica's noted attorney at laws, Mr. Hugh Wildman. Let us welcome Hugh Wildman to the platform.
Thank you.
Sir Wildman, good night.
Yes, good night, good night, good night for your listeners.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, thanks.
I hope there's no misunderstanding of which platform you are on tonight.
No. Definitely not.
But I'm glad that when you spoke to me this morning, you said there was some significant misunderstanding.
Yes.
How did those misunderstandings came about, though?
Well, I got the impression that I was being asked to come on your program, but turned out that I went on a program that was not your program.
Oh, interesting. You got that impression?
Yeah, that's the impression I got.
Well, we're not going to focus on those impressions. You're with PDTV today. And my producers, you will know them when they reach out. So no worry, Mr. Wildman. We're not going to go into those intricacies. Okay. Andre is here and we're going to focus on what we need to speak about. Okay. So the Prime Minister today lost the appeal into the Integrity Commission's case. Do you want to speak about that?
Well, that is a procedural issue, really, that had to do with the pleadings that he was trying to remove from the case, that pleadings filed by the Integrity Commission.
Yes.
And that did not succeed. So what it means is that the case will go to a hearing with all the pleadings that were presented by the Integrity Commission, which I think he was trying to prevent.
And he was trying for several things within the affidavit to be removed.
That's what I'm saying. The pleadings. That's correct. The pleadings.
And those will not be removed based
on.
That's
correct. That's correct. So the case will proceed to trial with those things in it.
With all that the Integrity Commission
That's
carried.
correct. That's correct.
Interesting. What do you think, Mr. Wildman, will be the outcome of such case?
I don't think the Prime Minister is really on good ground with it, really, because you see, one of the issues which I think would not succeed, is the question that he's challenging the legality of the legislation that governs corruption. I think it's Section 14. And that is pretty standard in every jurisdiction. And that is, there's nothing unconstitutional about that.
Yes.
So I don't see how the Prime Minister could get that shut down. So that I think that is really an exercise in futility, really.
So do you think that this case will be drawn out significantly?
It shouldn't be. It really it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because the issues are fairly straightforward. So it shouldn't be a drawn out case.
So it was a win for the Jamaican people today?
Well, I think people say that, definitely, because it has to do with bringing public officials under scrutiny, strict scrutiny. So I think it will be a win for the Jamaican people, yes.
So what happens next in the judicial review process?
Well, it will proceed to to have the application for leave for judicial review heard.
Yes.
And then, depending on how the ruling goes, then you go to the full hearing. You're not yet at the full hearing. Once you get leave, then you go to the full hearing. So the question, if he does not get leave to go for judicial review, then that's it. He can try to appeal, but as I say, I don't think the the Prime Minister is on good ground in terms of the issues he's
Yes.
trying to raise. So I don't see how far he could go with this.
So does this ruling say anything about the merits of the Prime Minister's legal arguments? Does the Prime
Well,
Minister...
no, it doesn't get into the merit as yet. But as I say, the merit of the case,
Mhm.
it has to do with that sense, because one of the issues that will emerge
Yes.
was whether the section of the Corruption Prevention Act that I spoke about, which I think is critical to the case. Because the Prime Minister is saying, based on the findings of the Integrity Commission, the Prime Minister would want to see that particular provision shut down.
Yes.
And I don't think it will happen. So I think that is really a serious nail in the coffin of the Prime Minister in that regard, because you remember the issue that they put on the table has to do with corruption.
Yes.
And so if he's trying
and
to
illicit enrichment.
Yes. So if those things remain and will not be shut down, then I don't see where he's going with it, really.
Now, I want to get into what happened in court today.
Yes.
Today, you represented Paul Buchanan.
Yes.
And you got a ruling
Yes.
into the case with Paul Buchanan.
Yes.
Can you explain to the Jamaican people
Yes.
what was the outcome of today's case?
Okay. We had sought to get leave to appeal the ruling of the lower courts when they refused Mr. Buchanan's application for leave for judicial review.
Yes.
To quash the decision of the constituted authority not to send his request to the election court for that court to void the election.
Yes.
That is the start of it. Let us backpedal a little. All right. Remember, after the election was conducted and Mr. Buchanan was aggrieved by what took place in the constituency, he filed an application before the constituted authority. You know where this body was set up after there was an amendment to the Representation of Peoples Act in 1997.
Yes.
To allow for this body of persons to monitor elections, put it that way, in Jamaica. So their job is to look to see how the election is conducted.
Yes.
They on their own motion can intervene in any constituency, any polling division.
Yes.
If they think that irregularities are such that it should warrant their intervention. And what they could do is to get the returning officer to supply them with information as to what took place, and for them to make an application to the election court to void the election, either in the constituency or in polling divisions. Okay? That was done in 1997, 1998.
Yes.
Okay? In respect of the same Andrew Holness seat.
When he was running against
Blake, Dr. Blake.
Dr. Blake, yes.
That's correct. That was the first time it was done.
Yes.
Soon after the law was set up. And they had to rerun the election in that constituency. Same constituency. Yeah.
Because of the irregularities.
That is correct. So, in this case, Mr. Buchanan complained of serious irregularities again in the same constituency.
My God.
And we identified when
the irregularities.
When he came to me, he had already filed the application before the constituted authority. So he came to me after he had filed it. And they refused to send it to the election court.
Yes.
And when he came to me, and after they had refused, I looked at the evidence that he provided. And I said, no, the evidence is overwhelming.
So it's a strong case.
Strong case that there were serious irregularities in the constituency during the election.
What were some of those irregularities?
Okay, let us go into them. Fine. It was serious. One, you had a situation where people were overrunning polling stations.
Overrunning polling stations, Mr. Wildman?
Yes. People were blocking off the entrance to polling stations.
What?
With party colors, playing music, so it intimidates the people who want to come.
So the intimidatory tactics were being displayed by the JLP supporters.
That is correct. That is correct. Right in front of the polling station. You understand? You are the city where masked men in ski masks invade polling station. People have to run.
What can go so?
You said, Mr. Wildman,
Yes.
masked men
Yes.
invading the polling station.
Yes, and people had to run from this, indoor agents had to run from the station.
Mighty God. So it was serious breaches.
Very serious. You had situation where people double vote, like a man would vote, after the ballot dropped in the box, he goes to the return, the presiding officer say, I need another ballot because my spoiled. I only dropped it in the box already.
Double voting in
Yes,
2025 elections.
Yes, double voting, yes.
So all of these were presented to the court.
That is correct, to the constituted authority first.
So what happened after that?
But listen to that, you don't even hear it again. You had a situation where, okay, section
So there were more irregularities.
A lot. I just give you some of them.
What else happened? Tell us, man.
Let me give you another egregious one. In the Mr. Buchanan's stronghold is in the Jerusalem area, for example.
Yes.
The law said Representation of the People's Act, section 4410A, stipulates that after the close of the poll, both candidates must have their agents accompany the ballot boxes to the counting station, counting center.
Yes.
That didn't happen. Mr. Buchanan's agent was not allowed to accompany the
So it was only the labor right.
Well, we don't know because they take away the boxes without people have to be driving down the police with the boxes. And that was a clear breach of the law.
So, Mr. Wildman, this election should be called null and void.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the point. And there was an agreed route as to how the boxes were to be transported.
And that
for all of that. You had a situation where the boxes were transported in Mr. Holness stronghold Olympic Garden. In the night, so nobody know what happened down there. Because the man's agent was not there. So a lot of things took place and the important thing about it is this.
Yes.
In the first Blake and Holness case, these were some of the same things that caused them to void the election.
To void the election,
yes.
For there to be a run over.
That is correct. So the same type of breaches, people voting, open voting.
Open vote.
All these are in breach of the act. The act, in fact, the act makes some of them a criminal offense.
So, Sir Wildman, after you have presented all of these...
Wait. Mr. Buchanan had presented that to the constituted authority.
Yes.
And they refused to send it to the election court to avoid the election. So it's after that he came to me. And I say, well, in light of that situation, that is a serious thing.
Yes.
So we applied for leave to go for judicial review to quash what the constituted authority did.
Yes.
Because they had a duty to forward the evidence to the election court to avoid it.
Wow.
And they refused to do so, saying that they don't think it rises to the level that it should have risen. We said no. Clear evidence, compelling evidence. So when it went to the Supreme Court, the judge heard the evidence, heard the case, legal argument. And we're now hearing issues about time. Time, that is to say, they are raising a point about one, issue of file election petition rather than going to the constituted authority. Can you believe that? And two, saying that time is now run out because the life of the constituted authority is supposed to be 6 months after the election is announced and the election code. But we say that argument is untenable.
Yes.
Because listen why it is untenable.
Tell us.
If you find, and they had to find, in my view, that the man supplied all this information to the constituted authority and they ignored it, refused to send it to the election court, their action is regarded as a nullity.
A nullity.
That is to say, a breach of law. And where your action is deemed to be a nullity, what nullity means is null and void and of no effect. So what you do means that you didn't do anything in law. So it is powerless.
Powerless.
Yes. Therefore, time could not start to run from that time. That's our position.
Yes.
Because time does not run against a nullity. Because when something is null and void, years after it could be challenged.
Yes.
You follow me? Just like what happened in the case in Grenada when Bernard Code and those men were convicted and sentenced for the death of Maurice Bishop and those. You remember that case?
Yes, I remember that case.
And they were convicted and sentenced. And about 17 years after, they made an application to the court, which ended up in the Privy Council, to say that the sentence that was imposed on them was unconstitutional because they were deprived the right of natural justice. They were not given a chance to mitigate before they were sentenced. And the Privy Council agreed with them and quashed the sentence.
So, what happened today in the court?
So, I'm going to tell you what happened today in the court. So, I just give you the background.
Yes, you're giving full context.
So, the judge heard the application and the judge refused Mr. Buchanan's application. And we find that astonishing. So
who is the judge?
It was Miss Justice Wynne Blair.
Justice Wynne Blair. And she, what was the basis of which she...
That's what I was telling you, talking about issues of time. But you said time did not apply here. And an election petition. These things did not apply because if the parliament set up the law to say this is the way to challenge it, and utilize the way, and utilize the way in the way it should be done, how can you see time run against them? You understand what I'm saying? That didn't make sense to me. So he then refused that application. He sought now to renew it in the Court of Appeal. So that's why to say Court of Appeal, you should give me the leave to go and quash it. And they refused today to do that. Because they're still harping on the time issue too. After they conceded today.
They conceded yesterday.
And today. Yesterday it was the AG who conceded.
The Attorney General who conceded.
Today is the court itself who said in their reasoning, Mr. Buchanan presented serious breaches of the law. So if you agree on that, then that's the end of the matter.
So then you're arguing that if they agree to that, then the issue of timing should
not arise. Should not arise. Exactly. Exactly. That's the end of the matter.
But I gather that Paul Buchanan is not stopping here.
No, because what we propose to do, and that is going to be done very early next week, in the coming week. The Constitution of Jamaica, the Charter of Fundamental
Rights and Freedom.
There is a section in it, section 13.2.
Yes.
And I make sure walk with it
tonight.
To identify the public. And it says this, so that you can understand where I'm coming from.
Section 13.2.
2 of the Charter. It says this. And this is crucial. It says, every citizen in Jamaica has the right to be qualified and registered as an elector for elections to the House of Representatives to be so registered. And B, listen to this. Who is so registered to vote in free and fair elections. That is the section. That is crucial. We are going to invoke that section in the coming week and file a constitutional motion. Time does not run in constitutional motion, as I just explained to you in the case in Grenada. So time can't defeat that right.
So you're going back to the Constitutional Court?
No, for the first time now we are going to the Constitutional Court.
Oh, so the first time you're going to the Constitutional Court.
And that will be determined by 3 judges in the Constitution, just like the election court, 3 judges.
Yes.
So Mr. Buchanan will not be able to present all the evidence, like a trial.
Yes.
Of what took place down in that.
So you're not giving up?
No, it's a strong case. It's a strong case. So he'll be able to present all the evidence, and nobody can raise any time issue anymore. And with this approach, he can go right up to the Privy Council. Nobody can stop him with that.
Wow. So, what's the time frame you're looking at to go to the Constitutional Court?
I'm saying we're filing next week, in the coming week.
So right after the independence celebration.
No, we're going to file it before the independence celebration.
So next week before.
In the week coming.
You're serious, Mr. Wildman?
Yes, it will be filing in the week coming. So by the time the term opens in September, we're ready to go to court. We're ready to go to court.
So you're telling the Jamaican people tonight, do not give up.
I think Mr. Buchanan is a very strong case. When I looked at the thing is compelling. It's because what we'll be doing in that case, in the one that we'll be filing, we'll be joining the director of elections as a defendant too.
Oh.
So it is the Attorney General and the director of election, because the director of the election is the person who certifies
the election
results. So we will asking the Constitutional Court to say that after they declare the seat null and void, the election null and void, to direct that the director of election a fresh election in the constituency.
In West Central Senate.
That's correct. That's correct.
You Wildman, why are you so passionate about this matter?
You see, I'm a legal purist, I think. So when I'm dealing with the law, I'm dealing with the law in a strictly legal way.
So it is nothing against Andrew Holness?
No, it is a strictly law. And I'm representing my client in a very, very serious way. So he's entitled to proper representation.
And you will give him that?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Wildman, we'll be talking again very soon.
Very well.
And you'll give us updates
about
what is happening in the case.
That's correct.
And I wish Sir Buchanan, Paul Buchanan, all the best in the proceedings.
Very well.
And you know, I'm one call away.
Yes.
This is where them take off, Mr. Wildman. I am one call away for any interview. You know my number.
Yeah, man. Okay.
And don't make a mistake. And what you say again? You remember you said there was total misunderstanding.
Yes, that's correct.
You won't make that mistake again because you know how to get through to Andre.
Okay,
all
fine.
Right?
Love
God
you.
bless you, Sir Wildman.
You're welcome. Great.